Yeah, so it's been fascinating as a European company entering the US market. So the space that we operate in really is helping publishers harness their first-party data assets, enrich those with predictive modeling in a way that's privacy compliant. And Europe is several years ahead of the US in that regard, because of GDPR and the preparations that media companies have had to do there. In the US, I think big media companies are now really investing in this space. There are a couple of problems that sort of every US media company is solving for. First, everyone has blind spots. I think every major media company has inventory that they can't connect to audiences because it's on iOS, or there are low match rates, or there are a million reasons for that. And secondly, I think that problem is just going to get worse in the US as we have federal privacy regulation. The platform companies continue to sort of reduce the signals of identity that are available. And then thirdly, that creates pretty significant operational problems for publishers who are trying to stitch together these third-party audiences to reach enough scale to satisfy buyer needs. And then sort of the coming wave is data collaboration. So all of the potential data collaboration partners that publishers are being asked to work with feels like the early days of programmatic again, where there's just a significant amount of operational effort to make those happen. So that environment in the US has, I think, created a really interesting opportunity for us.
Okay, great. Can you take that just a layer deeper and talk a little about what specifically you're helping publishers solve for?
Yeah, so fundamentally, we help publishers get a better understanding of their audiences. Now, I think what's interesting is the media companies in the US have evolved and become multi-channel, multifaceted. Audience now has sort of moved to sit in the center of their business. Historically, you think about audiences and just the connection to the ad sales business, and obviously that's incredibly important. That's a major driver of generating revenue through ad sales. But increasingly important is sort of taking that same understanding of audience and looking at how that impacts a content business, so that connection of content and audience used in a way that can power programming and licensing decisions for content that may not even be ad supported is incredibly important, and then marketing use cases. Especially as US media companies have gone direct to consumer, understanding how to market both their content and subscription services to consumers on their own platform takes a deeper understanding of audience as well. So we tend to sit in the center of those three use cases with US media companies.
And when you talk about US media companies, are there specific types of companies that you specialize in terms of app, digital, TV, or segment in terms of smaller mid-market enterprise?
Yeah, so in the US, we work with pretty much the spectrum on the publisher side. So one unique thing about our platform is we work with all media types. So whether it's web or mobile or CTV or audio or linear, any of that we can work with and perform our AI-based predictive modeling on. So our two big segments are major TV programmers, MSOs on kind of one side, and then the large digital publishing conglomerates kind of on the other.
Okay, and so how is what you're doing different from other solutions in the same segment?
Yeah, so one of the things I think that's really unique about 1plusX is that our core competency really is predictive modeling. We were founded by ex-Google execs, both with PhDs, who have been building AI for media use cases for 7 years. And the amount of investment that's gone into building and refining those models is just significantly different than kind of what you can get off the shelf if you buy an algorithm from somewhere, or if you're investing in building a team. And so the media companies we work with kind of range from very little investment in data science organizations to very significant investment, and we work with them both, providing a platform that they can use to really kind of add value and solve for some of the things that an organization of any size could use.